Hi, this is Frank Warren and you're watching Lights.
This is Lights Out. I'm Faisal Khan. Privileged to say I'm being joined by Eddie Hearn. Eddie, how are you doing today?
You got a good t-shirt on.
Great fight
it was.
Night. It was a big night, wasn't it? Eddie, it's a big night on Saturday night.
It is a big night.
How excited are you to see Dillian Whyte getting right?
A bit nervous about the fight because you can debate it all day, can't you? You know, when I first made the fight, I really fancied Dillian Whyte. I spoke to AJ. He said that he fancies Whyte by knockout as well. Then you start thinking about Joseph Parker, his attributes, his speed, his movement, his experience as well. And I think you have to make him a slight favourite in the fight. The bookies can't spread him. It's a pure 50-50 fight. So, and a big fight in the heavyweight division. Normally guys who are in their position sort of don't fight each other because they're just waiting for their shot. But these guys have taken it upon themselves to say, let's go and let's put it on the line.
Which fighter do you think is more under pressure to win this fight?
Probably Joseph Parker, because you know he was a world heavyweight champion. He lost the unification fight, but Dillian's like on the crest of a wave. You know, he headlined the show at the O2 against Lucas Brown. He put in a good performance there. We don't know whether that was a great performance or Lucas Brown just didn't put in a good performance. But I think both guys have a lot to lose because they're both on the cusp of challenging for a world title. So the loser is done in that respect for now. So you know, it's a big fight for the division and a massive fight for their careers.
A lot of people say that Joseph Parker, when he fought Anthony Joshua, sort of stayed in his shadow.
Yeah.
Do you expect us to see Joseph Parker perhaps go for this fight?
I think he needs to, and I think he's going to try and use some of those same attributes to beat Dillian Whyte in that his speed, his movement. But at the same time, it's an entertainment game. But when you're fighting Anthony Joshua, it's very easy to say, oh, you should just go out there and throw hell for leather and get involved. You're going to walk on to massive shots at speed. So he tried to put a plan together where he thought he could outbox Joshua. He couldn't do it. So in this fight, he probably can outbox Whyte, or he thinks he can outbox Whyte. For me, Dillian Whyte has to get involved. He has to make it down and dirty. He has to make Parker fight. But I think Parker's got that in him, and I think Parker regrets a little bit in the Joshua fight not getting involved. But I think he will do that against Dillian Whyte. So I think for the first couple of rounds you might see Parker using his movement and his speed. And then after that, when Dillian starts closing the distance, I think it's going to turn into a gunfight.
I know you've been asked this question hundreds of times, but what can you tell us with the Deontay Wilder situation? I know Anthony Joshua takes on Povetkin in September at Wembley, but April the 13th, will we see that fight or won't we see that fight?
I hope so. I mean, look, we've signed the contract now from our end, so that's been sent over to them. And at the end of the day, it's up to them. They agreed the terms of a deal that we have papered and sent to them. So if they don't want to fight, it's very easy now saying, oh no, now you've changed the date, we want 50-50. Like, you agreed a deal. This is a chance to make it happen. Go and have your fight Brazil, fight anyone you want, and then we can do it. So if they really want it, they should sign. But it becomes a little bit boring after a while. Like, I see a lot of comments on social media, people saying this is boring now. So I don't really want to talk about it. We've done what we can. We've signed the contract from our end, so it's over to them, and hopefully they'll sign it. But you know, we've got to get through Povetkin. It's a tough fight. People are just dismissing this like it's some random top 15 guy. This is probably the third best heavyweight in the world right now, and this is a tough fight for Anthony Joshua.
So if we don't see the Wilder fight, perhaps the winner of Whyte Parker versus the winner of...
I think certainly if Dillian Whyte can win the fight on Saturday in style, it puts him right up there in terms of fighting Anthony Joshua. So we had a little bit of beef with Jarrell Miller last week. That's not really...
Very entertaining.
Yeah, that's not really in the mindset right now. But listen, if he has a couple of big wins, who knows? We can't wait on Deontay Wilder. But this fight, Dillian Whyte particularly, with a great performance, can put him right in the mix for an Anthony Joshua fight.
Final question, has there been any updates with the purse bids for Demetrius and ADRADE and Billy Joe Saunders?
No, it's at 11 PM tonight UK time, so we'll see. We'll see.
Eddie Hearn, listen, you promised me 2 minutes of your time. Thank you very much.
No worries.